What if I told you that a young man with no money and no hope agreed to sleep with a 60-year-old woman, not for pleasure, but to save his mother from cancer? He thought it would be just one night, but what he didn't know was that this night would change his life forever. Souleymane lives in a working-class neighborhood of Bamako. He finished his studies 2 years ago and has never found stable employment. His mother has cancer, and the hospital bills keep piling up. He is the only boy in the family, with 2 little sisters still in school. To keep from sinking, he learns plumbing and starts doing small jobs here and there just to survive. One day, he receives a call for an urgent repair in a luxury villa in ACI 2000. He goes there immediately. When he opens the door, he meets an elegant woman in her 60s, very beautiful. Her name is Djeneba, highly influential in the country's political and media circles. She looks him up and down. "Are you the plumber?" "Yes, madam. I will do a good job. You can count on me." He repairs the toilet perfectly. She is impressed. She pays him, and he says thank you, but notices a transfer that is too high. "Excuse me, you sent me more than expected." Djeneba looks at him surprised. "You're the first one to tell me that. Everyone else keeps the money without saying anything." "That's not my style, madam." She smiles. She tells him he can keep it all. He thanks her, but as he is about to walk out the door to leave, she calls out to him. "Souleymane, spend the night with me." The young man thinks he misheard. "Madam?" "You heard me correctly. One night, I can give you everything you want. A house, a car, money." Souleymane is frozen. "I'm sorry, I can't do that." "Why? To save your mother?" "No, one night is enough." "I'm not that kind of man. Excuse me." He leaves. This refusal strikes Djeneba right in the heart. She has always been courted for her money, never for who she is. Divorced 4 times, humiliated, betrayed, robbed, her last ex-husband even stole all her possessions on their wedding night. And now, a poor, desperate young stranger rejects her. That same evening, she calls him. "Good evening, Souleymane. It's Djeneba." "Good evening, madame." "I would like to invite you to lunch. It's on me." "Sorry, I'm not available." "I can pay you. Tell me how much you want." "It's not about money. Thank you, madame." He hangs up. His friend, Mamadi, hears him and gets angry. "Are you crazy? Your mother is in the hospital. You're refusing help from a rich woman? Maybe God sent you a blessing." Souleymane is full of doubt. What if Mamadi was right? What if this was a test? Destiny? Finally, he calls Djeneba back and agrees to meet her at a fancy restaurant. When he arrives, he is alone with her. She is reserved the entire place. She welcomes him gently. Souleymane doesn't even dare look her in the eyes. "How old are you, Souleymane?" 25 years old, madame." "And you?" 60. But I already know that. I did some research on you." Souleymane frowns. "Why me?" "Because you are honest. You moved me. You don't want my money. You looked at me with respect. You reminded me what it feels like to be loved." Then she opens up. "I have been betrayed. I have been humiliated. I have been used. All my life I had money and recognition, but never love. At my age, I just want to feel what it's like to be loved." Souleymane is speechless. She asks if he has children. He says no. She tells him she has an adopted daughter, Atta, 23 years old, whom she raised alone. And then Souleymane stands up, walks over to her, and kisses her. "Is that a yes?" Djeneba asks, troubled. He nods. And that's how their story begins. That night, Djeneba did not sleep alone. For the first time in years, she felt sincere arms around her, tender gestures. He whispers softly, "I may not be rich, but I am yours." The days pass. They see each other more and more, first discreetly, then publicly. Souleymane gains confidence. He owns it. Djeneba loves him as she has never loved before, and she gives him everything in return. His mother is transferred to a private clinic. His sister's studies are taken care of, and Souleymane even begins managing projects using Djeneba's contacts. But the most precious thing is the love. One day, Souleymane looks at her and says, "I want to marry you." She laughs, thinking it's a joke. He insists and chooses to propose on her birthday. In front of all her friends and colleagues, he gets down on one knee and takes out a ring. "Djeneba, will you become my wife?" The room falls silent. Whispers erupt. Huh? Is he serious? She's old enough to be his mother. This isn't love, it's interest. But Djeneba sees only one thing, Souleymane's gaze. And she says yes. She puts on the ring. Tears roll down her wrinkled cheeks. They kiss, and the world around them fades away. But in Souleymane's mind, one question keeps coming back like poison. Would I love her if she were poor? He tortures himself. Yet deep down, he knows. Yes, he loves her. One day, he decides to introduce her to his family. His recovered mother now lives in a house bought by Djeneba. Souleymane's sisters are all excited. "Our brother's fiancé is coming! Our mother-in-law is going to be so beautiful." The car stops. Djeneba steps out, elegant, like a queen. And then, silence. Souleymane's sisters freeze. Who is that? Isn't that his mother? Souleymane smiles awkwardly. No, I present to you Djeneba, the woman of my life. What? Shouts his youngest sister. Are you sick or what? You're bringing an old woman as your fiancé? Respect her. She deserves better than your insults, Souleymane yells. But she continues. She can't even have children anymore. We want nephews. You're ruining your life, big brother. Djeneba leaves the house in tears. She gets in her car and disappears. Souleymane tries to catch her, but it's too late. He calls her. She doesn't answer. He goes to her house. She won't see him. Then a message arrives. It's over. Thank you for everything. You can keep what I gave you, but get out of my life. Souleymane falls to his knees. He screams in pain. He bangs on Djeneba's door until she opens. She doesn't even look at him. Why didn't you warn me? Why did you let me go through that? She says in a trembling voice. I wanted to tell them. I was ready, but they were faster than me. No, you were ashamed. You were ashamed of me. That's not true. I love you, Djeneba. You can't just leave me like that. She looks at him with the eyes of a broken woman. Tomorrow morning you leave. It's over. Souleymane collapses, but he doesn't give up. Even if you are older than me, I am the man in this relationship and I love you. I will marry you. You are the woman of my life, and no one will stop me from loving you. Those words touch Djeneba deeply. She runs to him and hugs him. They kiss even more passionately. That night, they make love with all the rage of people who refuse to be broken. The next day, they start preparing their wedding without Souleymane's family. But another shadow appears. Ata, Djeneba's adopted daughter, returns from abroad for the wedding. When she learns her mother is getting married, she explodes. You want to marry who? And when she sees Souleymane for the first time, she is stunned. He's gorgeous. Souleymane feels uncomfortable. Djeneba laughs. But what Djeneba doesn't see is that her daughter looks at Souleymane with desire, and what she whispers secretly will soon destroy everything. If I can seduce him, I'll take everything, his loyalty and his secrets. Ata is not like other girls. She is beautiful, cultured, cunning, but above all, she cannot stand being told no. She has always been the princess of the house, the only child, Djeneba's adored daughter. And now a man is going to take it all away. This Souleymane, with his calm smile and steady voice, she wants him. She desires him. Mom, are you sure about your choice? He's so young. I have never been so happy, Ata. He gives me what no one else ever has. But while Djeneba dreams of her wedding, Ata devises a plan. She starts slowly. Souleymane crosses her in the living room. She is wearing a very short dress. She approaches, looks him up and down. You're really handsome. Souleymane steps back. Thank you, but I'm your future stepfather. She laughs. It's funny you say that. You're my age. You could be more than that. He doesn't respond. But the days pass and Ata pushes further. She enters his room without knocking, leans too close, whispers ambiguous words. Souleymane pushes her away every time. He holds firm. I don't love you, Ata. I'm with your mother, that's all. But she doesn't care. You'll change your mind. You'll see. Ata doesn't back down. She wants to break him. One day, while they are all having dinner together, she starts again. This time, she caresses him with her foot under the table in Djeneba's presence. Souleymane feels uneasy. He doesn't know what to do. He leaves the table. Djeneba follows him. Is everything okay? Yes, just a hot flash. I'm going to lie down. But in reality, he is cracking. He no longer knows whether to speak or stay silent. Will Djeneba believe him? Will she think he's lying to hide something? Then one evening, the worst happens. Souleymane is in the hallway. He hears the shower. Ata comes out with a poorly tied towel. She pretends to stumble, falls into his arms, and kisses him. Souleymane pushes her away violently. You're crazy! But she starts screaming. Mom, help! Djeneba runs. She sees Ata half-naked in tears on the floor. He tried to... What? Djeneba yells. Souleymane raises his hands. It's not what you think. She's been hitting on me for days. She set me up. But Djeneba doesn't want to hear anything. Get out of my house immediately. Souleymane tries to approach her. She pushes him away. He leaves in tears, humiliated, broken. He won't sleep that night. He won't eat for 3 days. In the big, empty house, Djeneba cries. Something doesn't feel right. She thinks back on everything. She recalls her daughter's strange behavior. Then one morning she decides to act. She goes to the house's surveillance cameras. She calls her technician. I want to see all the recordings from the last few days. And there, she sees everything. The too short dress, the looks, the entries into the room, the provocations, and especially the exact moment Ata kisses Souleymane before screaming. Djeneba collapses. She calls her daughter. Come, sit down. Watch this. She shows her the videos. Silence. Then Ata collapses. Sorry, Mom. I was jealous. I didn't want to lose you. You took everything from me. My happiness, my dignity. Get out of my house. I adopted you with love, but what you did, I cannot forgive. You are no longer my daughter. Djeneba changes the locks. She blocks a number and makes a decision. She takes her phone, dials Souleymane's number. No answer. She sends a message. Another. A call. Nothing. Then she receives information. Souleymane is at the airport. He is leaving the country. She rushes there, tears in her eyes. At full speed, Djeneba reaches the airport. She runs, tears streaming. At the boarding gate, she sees him, Souleymane, back turned, bag in hand. He is walking away. "Souleymane!" He freezes, turns around, sees her crying, out of breath, trembling. She runs to him and throws herself at his feet. "I beg you, don't leave. I discovered the truth. I saw the videos. It was her. It was Arta." Souleymane says nothing. He looks at her, hurt, hesitant. Then Djeneba takes out a small box and opens it. It's a ring. "Will you marry me?" Souleymane lowers his eyes, shakes his head. "You should never have believed I was capable of that." "I know. I'm sorry." "I beg you." He takes the ring, then kneels in turn. "I'm the one who was supposed to ask you that." And there, in front of all the travelers, agents, and curious onlookers, he slips the ring onto her finger. They kiss, and everyone applauds. A few weeks later, Djeneba and Souleymane get married in a simple but love-filled ceremony. No fuss, no unnecessary crowd, just the real ones who truly support them. Souleymane's family, initially absent, eventually apologizes. His sisters ask for forgiveness. His mother admits she was unfair. "If she makes my son happy, then she is welcome." Djeneba welcomes them without resentment, but she keeps her distance from Arta. The adoption is officially terminated. Souleymane starts his life again with the woman he loves. He travels. He smiles. He lives. But what no one expected was what destiny had in store for them. One morning, Djeneba wakes up with nausea. She thinks it's probably fatigue or stress, but it continues for several days. She goes to the hospital. They do a blood test and an ultrasound. The doctor stops, looks at the screen, then at Djeneba. "Madam, you are pregnant." "Sorry?" she says, laughing nervously. "Not one or two, but 3 babies." "You are expecting triplets." Djeneba falls off her chair. Souleymane remains speechless. "You mean I'm going to be the father of triplets?" But the exams are clear. It's a miracle. The news spreads through the neighborhood and then all of Bamako. Some cry fraud, others witchcraft, but the pregnancy is real. Djeneba is followed by the best doctors. Every day, Souleymane is by her side. He talks to the babies through her belly. He massages her feet. He cooks. He watches over her. "I told you I would love you to the end." She smiles, tired but happy. "I love you, Souleymane. Thank you for making me feel alive." A few months later, Djeneba gives birth to 3 beautiful children, 2 boys and a girl. Everyone cries with joy. She names them Musa, Aminata, and Abdouai. And there, in the room, she takes Souleymane's hand and whispers, "Now no one can say we have no future." He kisses her forehead. Then he whispers in turn, "You are my miracle, and they are our light." You see, love knows no age. It's not the wrinkles, the money, or the past that matters. It's sincerity. Like and put a heart in the comments if you believe love can triumph over everything. So tell me, do you think Djeneba deserved to become a mother at 60 years old? Leave your opinion in the comments.